138 is the purchase and sale agreement for the right-of-way from the Gordon for Stewart Road.
Make a motion to approve resolution 2014-138.
Second. There you go.
All right, here's the whole thing. All right. Councilmember Steiger, would you like to speak to your motion?
Let's make this decision quick.
All right, Councilmember Holsey?
Construction in April 2014. Tentatively.
Any other comments from the audience? Any other comments from council? Okay, seeing none, roll call of council.
Councilmember Cave?
Aye.
Councilmember Houston? Aye. Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Councilmember Steiger?
Aye.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Councilmember Holsey? Motion carries.
Okay, next item on the agenda, resolution 2014-139.
This is a resolution. We had to purchase a new 72-inch discharge mower deck, and when we did that, we'd already purchased a new flail mower, and Washington Tractor said that they would take our old flail mower as trade and offered us $500 for it.
Questions from council? Council's pleasure? Councilmember Holsey?
Is that the same mower that the old public works lead bounced down the street during construction here a couple of years back?
I don't know.
I don't know, but they were sure abusing the heck out of the equipment. There's a real rebellion going on there.
So, with the council's pleasure?
Move to approve resolution 2014-139.
Second.
Okay, Councilmember Putnam.
Well, we had to buy a new one, we might as well get some value out of the old one.
Councilmember Holsey?
Yeah, sure you did.
All right, any comments from the audience? Seeing none. Oh, I'm sorry.
What's the actual?
You need to come out to the podium, please.
Hi. Katie Garvin, 366, no. Stop it! 366, White River Drive, I'll listen to where I work. What's the actual value? They'll give you 500, but what's the actual value?
If we were to surface, plus that it would probably go for about scrap price, which would be about $100. He has a buyer that'll buy it for, they're using it for parts. That's what they're using it for.
Any other comments from the audience? Look up fully this one. Any further comments from council? All right, being none, roll call of council, please.
Councilmember Cave?
Aye.
Councilmember Houston? Aye. Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Councilmember Steiger?
Right.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Councilmember Holsey?
Thank you. Next item on the agenda, AB 14-064. Amy, did you want to report on that?
Now I have to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
This is the council vacancy.
Okay, I checked with MRSC regarding the process for filling the council vacancy, and it was verified that we can place an ad, and it has been placed, and interviews done prior to a vacancy occurring, but we cannot appoint a new council member until there is an actual vacancy. An appointment, a special meeting can be held to confirm a new council member and to administer the oath of office.
So, any further discussion from council? Councilmember Holsey?
If you want to have a new member at the retreat on May 3rd, I can simplify this and retire on the adjourned gavel drop on the 28th. And I move that we set a special meeting immediately following.
Comments from council?
I was just mentioning that she does not need to be a city council person to attend the retreat specifically, but in order to have to be compensated, she have to be.
Correct. Well, the other part of the discussion I was gonna talk about that is, if we didn't want to do that, anybody that was interested in applying for the council seat would be welcome to attend the council retreat as well. So, I guess that goes with the next item on the agenda as well, that I was gonna mention at that time. Council doesn't get paid for that for some reason.
Yeah, but if there's meals or something involved, then maybe.
Right, so we would invite whoever, wanted to apply for that to the council retreat. So it's up to council how you wanted to handle that. I think Councilmember Pulte has offered a viable solution. I'm looking for feedback from council. It's your appointment. Councilmember Sykes.
It's kind of difficult to really commit to what we're gonna do, because we don't know who all's gonna apply, and, what's our process gonna be as far as selection. So,
Because if we have 8 candidates, we have to interview 8 people that night, and, that's a lot to go.
I'm asking council what you want to do. I mean,
well, I don't think it's, if they can attend the retreat and whatever, I mean, if I was one of the people that was interested in becoming a council member, I would sure be at the retreat if I'm welcome there. And so I don't know what the urgency would be.
Point of order, don't you have a motion on the floor and you need a second for discussion?
I don't even think there was a motion
Don't think we
made.
have-
Mr. Halsey made a motion,
For a special meeting.
Oh, for a special meeting, I don't think it was seconded.
so you can't discuss it until it's seconded?
Discussing regarding the filling vacancy.
Is that motion died, or we can discuss it without a motion?
I think so, as far as the process, I'm feeling vacancy.
I didn't think he made a motion, I thought he made a suggestion.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. It was a discussion, I thought.
Was it a motion or a suggestion?
There's a motion, to have a special meeting immediately following the adjournment.
I'll second it to discuss it if we want to.
Okay.
To Clint's point, I think the same holds true though, if we have 8 people that can apply, now you have 8 additional people at the council retreat that are providing input, it's just money for water. I think just rip the Band-Aid off to get it done. But I would recommend keeping that meeting really light. I mean, if we have more than a couple candidates, we need to do what we can to keep that meeting.
So, and I believe right now what we're looking at on the agenda for that meeting is a lot of grants. A lot of grants moving forward. Councilmember Holton?
Yeah, it would require an executive committee.
Yes, it will. Councilmember Walker?
It would also require the judge sitting around until the end of the meeting, or unless we tell him a time to be here, roughly, after the interview. I'd hate to have him sit here for 2 hours while we interview people, sort someone in.
Right.
We couldn't wait until the following meeting this morning.
Do they need to be sworn in to go to the retreat?
They shouldn't need to be.
I don't think they need to be, and the judge will be here that first Monday. He'll be here, and has already agreed to be here that day. And not have to swear somebody in that night, because they won't be there voting on anything or anything, they will be, they'll be sworn in at the workshop. Councilmember Case?
If the date closes the 25th, and what's the date of the meeting?
The 28th.
So are the applications going to be made available to us to review so that we can come educated?
You will have it in your packet.
Okay. So they'll be in our packet Friday?
Councilmember Sykes?
Oh, I think we're trying to panic this thing too quick, but I don't know, I don't think it's that much of an urgency to do a special meeting and everything else.
I tend to agree.
I'm looking for direction from council. why it's on the agenda.
Even if we have 8 people put their name in the hat, it could actually be useful to have them all come to, or everybody who's actually seriously interested, come to the retreat and get a chance to hear them out and work with them a bit to inform our decision. As opposed to reviewing them all and fully on email 2 days before the vote. Appreciate your optimism.
I agree.
Thank you.
I don't know how much people applying would actually offer information at a retreat. I think they would mainly sit and learn a little bit about what council does, and then maybe withdraw their names if they don't think it's something.
Do you regret throwing your hat in the ring? No.
Any more discussion? So the motion on the floor is to have a special meeting after the meeting on the 28th, correct? Any comments from the audience? We'll call it time.
Councilmember Tree?
No.
Councilmember Putnam?
No.
Councilmember Steiger?
No.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Councilmember Halsey?
No.
And Councilmember Tate?
No.
Okay. So, moving forward with this, it is my understanding what council would like to see then is, with the closing on the 25th, you'll probably see these in your packet for the 28th meeting. Is it your intent to interview and then make a decision in 2 weeks, or do you want it to come to the following workshop and then to the next council meeting, which moves that to, what is that? I don't have a calendar in front of me on the date. It would be to the workshop and then the following council meeting, which makes it mid-May. The 12th of May. Councilmember Katie.
If we get 8 applicants, can we go to executive session at that meeting, narrow the pool down, and then bring those candidates in on the workshop the following week, interview them during the workshop, and then make a decision on the following?
Councilmember Putnam.
Believe I recall a open public meeting ruling on that narrowing the list down is an action. So we can't formally narrow down the list in an executive session. We can discuss the qualifications of all candidates in executive session, but any action on the list itself has to be done in open session.
Councilmember Steiger.
Well, why don't we just continue on as planned right now, and we'll see if we get 2 applicants. It should make it pretty simple. If we got 8, then we have to, so we don't necessarily have to say exactly when we're going to appoint this. And so after our meeting on the 28th, we can decide then. Maybe we want to do it right at that meeting. Maybe we'll have 1 person. I mean,
Wouldn't be able to do it until after the meeting closed because council
well,
member holds.
all right, okay, then, all right, but then we could do it, actually,
You just voted down. the
we could, well, we could have, never mind.
If we had 1 clear favorite at that next meeting, and we had a resignation that was at that point effective later, Councilman Holby, if he wanted to, could simply resign at that moment while the meeting was still going, walk out of the room, and we would have a vacancy to fill. We don't have, a resignation can be effective immediately if
the council member chooses to do it. So, if it does turn out that would work that night,
My age, I don't do anything immediately.
So right now, we're gonna just pay it out as it goes.
Actually-
Oh, Councilmember Cade, I'm sorry.
I want to make a motion that we accept applications, have a chance to review and maybe discuss in executive session the qualifications, and then interview the candidates at the following workshop. And then make a decision to appoint at the next council meeting, which I believe is May 12th.
I'll second that.
Discussion from council, did you want to speak to your motion, Councilmember Cade?
It just sounds like we're spinning our wheels and going in circles, and we need to make a decision, and I think that's an appropriate way to handle this.
Councilmember Syed?
No, it's just gonna happen.
Councilmember Newsom?
So when you say at the next workshop, you're not talking next week, you're talking after the first?
May 5th.
Okay, okay.
Allow the candidates come to that workshop. They can present themselves, we can ask them questions, and then the following meeting, we can go to executive session and then announce the lucky winner.
So we're looking at May 12th.
The thing I don't like about that is that a potential candidate would miss out on possible valuable training.
I thought we've already addressed that.
To the retreat.
Okay.
Any other discussion from council? Okay. Discussion from the audience? Okay, all those in favor of interviewing at the workshop to make a decision on May 12th signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Need a roll call since there was a nay?
No.
Okay, just making sure. All right, moving on. Next on the agenda is regarding the May 3rd council retreat.